Twilight Princess is the best Zelda game of all time. So first of all, remember how Ocarina of Time was the best Zelda game of all time for quite some time? Yeah, Twilight Princess is significantly better than Ocarina of Time. And it's crazy because Twilight Princess is essentially Ocarina of Time on steroids. So let's put that into perspective. So Ocarina of Time's world was pretty big at the time, but then once Twilight Princess released, that world expanded by like 10, like times 10, times 100, something like that. It expanded significantly, and the world of Twilight Princess is the best Hyrule I think we've ever had. And the fact that you get two worlds combined into one is kind of crazy. So Link, he is the coolest version of Link ever in this game right here. You get to play as Wolf Link, which is one of the coolest characters of all time. And then you get to see Midna, which is the best companion character of all time. This is not a basic opinion. This is a fact. Twilight Princess has to be the best Zelda game of all time. It literally is, because what other game can make you feel these emotions that this game has? Like, I'm just saying, this game's pretty good. So let me tell you why it's my favorite game of all time and why it should be considered the best Zelda game of all time. Sorry, I messed up there, okay? That's okay. So, number one, you can horseback ride with a sword. You can use your weapons while on horseback. And let me get this elephant out of the room real quick. Hyrule's overworld, like Hyrule Field, is empty. It is very empty. There is nothing to do. That is a problem I feel like most Zelda games have whenever they have a Hyrule Field, especially the open world ones with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Their open world field kind of sucks. It's bad, but besides that, everything else is great. I love the characters in this game. The characters are very, very intricately designed, and it feels like they actually are characters that sound believable. The story of this game is really cool because it makes you think that Ganondorf really isn't the main villain up until you actually get to like the Arbiter's grounds. Then it's like, oh, you get that backstory with Ganondorf, and now he's kind of the main villain still. So yeah, that's really cool. The dual villain like dynamic there is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Midna and the Twilight Realm is literally the most creative that Nintendo has ever been when designing otherworldly characters. The Twilight Realm is the best other world in Zelda I think I've ever seen. Nothing tops it. The Still World and Echoes of Wisdom, that doesn't top it because there's nothing really to do there. You got the Dark World from A Link to the Past, which that's cool, but it's the Sacred Realm just corrupted. And then same goes for A Link Between Worlds with Lorule, but I guess you can argue with that. That is a little bit more detailed and a little bit more designed with actual characters that are like, you know, humans and people that actually have lives in Lorule. And that has its own lore too, with like the whole Triforce being destroyed, then getting wished back by Hyrule's Triforce, but that's a different story. So Twilight Princess's Twilight Realm is the best other world we've ever seen in Zelda, ever. The music of this game is fantastic. Everybody talks about Midna's Lament. That is one of the best tracks in this game, but that's not the only track. You got Hyrule Field, that's a really, really good one. You got Kakariko Village, that's a good one. You got Zora's Domain, for crying out loud, that's amazing. You got Hyrule Castle Town. That one, okay, that one's a little, then the best one of all. I don't think this gets said enough. Mallow Mart. Literally Mallow Mart. That is the best. That is one of the catchiest tracks in this game. I am not joking. This is serious. I am being serious. Mallow Mart is amazing. Love it. So, there's all that. The dungeons. Don't even get me started on the dungeons. The dungeons are perfect. They are amazing. My favorite dungeon in this entire game would probably have to go to either the mansion dungeon. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's been 5-6 years since I last played Twilight Princess. So like Snow Peak Mansion, that's a good one. Or the Twilight Realm. Is that crazy to say? Snow Peak Mansion or Twilight Realm? I mean, I guess you can argue there are better dungeons than that. But for me, those stick out perfectly. I love them. I love them so much. They're amazing. So that is a few reasons why the dungeons are fantastic, which we should go back to dungeons like these. I'm just saying, for a new open world game, integrate dungeons into the game somehow. I'm just saying, that's kind of what I want. The story of this game, pretty good. Pretty good. I will say it's not like the best, but it's still pretty good. It is very good. And, you know, the fact Link starts out with the Triforce on his, I think it's right hand, I'm pretty sure. Don't get mad at me, lore enthusiast, okay? It's been a while since I played this game. But the fact that he starts out with the Triforce is pretty awesome. That is amazing. I love it. It's so cool. I really love it. And dude, the combat in this game is fantastic. It is the best Zelda combat we've ever had in a 3D space. And the other one goes to Minish Cap. That is the best top-down Zelda game of all time. The best top-down... I keep on messing up. I'm sorry. The best top-down Zelda game of all time is Minish Cap. And the combat in that game is fantastic. Oh, I love it. Twilight Princess's combat is a step above everything else now. It is fan-flippin-tastic. Love it. Love it so much. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. I think the dynamic between Link's girlfriend character is kind of cool. I mean, she's kind of knocked out. We don't get to see her till Kakariko Village, and then she loses her memory and regains it, and then that's basically where that ends off. So that's not really developed. Quite sadly. I wish it was a little bit more, but that's okay. Another reason why this game is the best Zelda game, the dark tones of the game. Now, I don't know if it would be as dark as Majora's Mask, which is one of the darkest Zelda games I've ever played in terms of theming, which I don't know why Zelda has shied away from the dark themes. I feel like that resonates well with a lot of people, and they decide to not do that in favor of a story that fits a more general audience narrative, which is stupid! It's so stupid! Oh, hate it! My gosh! But Twilight Princess's themings are amazing. The dark themes of this game is amazing, and the Twilight monsters, or Twilight, whatever we call them. I don't know what to call them, honestly. I forgot what their name. I think it's the Twilight or the Twilit, whatever we call them. Those monsters scared me as a kid when I played this, because I played this game before I was a teenager, which is probably not a good idea, but like it's Zelda. Like, come on. The first T-rated Zelda game of all time, Twilight Princess, and being one of the best Zelda games of all time, bruh. And the realistic graphics of this game at the time, I think, helped it feel like an actual Zelda adventure. You could see the vision. You could see the adventure right before your eyes, and it felt so real. Now, obviously, today, the graphics are slightly dated, but it is still some of the best looking graphics we've ever had for Zelda. I love the art style in this game. It's amazing, it's natural, it's gritty, it's real. That art style was perfect. And that doesn't mean that they shied away from the silly characters. Like, there's plenty of silly characters in this game, okay? There's plenty, but that's just me. That's just me. So, that's why I kind of like Twilight Princess, because Twilight Princess is literally my favorite game of all time. It's literally my favorite game of all time, and it is an amazing game because I love it so much. It's literally the best Zelda game of all time. Okay, that's all I have. Bye.